Good day, everyone. Ali's here, Sofi Financial Network. Today is March 8th, 2023. Here is S&P 500 daily chart. We had a nice uptick today, but is this the end of the bear market rally, or this is gonna be the just a dead cat bounce? So we will see how it goes. We had very sharp sell-off yesterday, and it's very normal after this ugly session. We will see a bounce or a pause, but right now this is after market. So right now market in future market is in red territory. It doesn't matter if it is red territory. Basically, London session is gonna open in 6 hours. New York session is gonna open in 12 hours. So we will see how it goes after closing by New York session. um, Today we didn't have like a sharp spike in volume. It was just a 65-70 million volume in SPY, which is S&P 500 ETF. So all in all, when I'm saying market hold up pretty well, just because semiconductors were strong, and we will get back to that one. However, I believe this is gonna be the start of the next leg down, and possibly the second half of the March we will see a lower low, and this can stretch out to the months of April as well. So I'm not into rush into getting into the position or getting into long position. I'm kind of like a nibbling in very selective names, and I will let you know about it as well. So right now I'm just staying on the side and sitting on the cash, see how market is doing for the next few weeks or next few days, at least I should say. So NFP is coming on Friday. That's going to be very important. Jay Powell again had like a second speech today for the I don't know if it was a Congress or something. To be honest, I don't care. I just look at the news, see what he was saying. But basically, he was kind of like repeating himself, and he said we are doing. The market needs to understand that we are doing as much as we can to suppress the inflation and getting back to the 2% target. So right now, market is kind of experiencing over 6% inflation, which is kind of like a huge for the market. And Jay Powell is saying inflation is going to stay here for a long time, and interest rate is going to stay here for a long time as well. So basically, momentum wise, we are just getting back at another bearish crossover here just today. MACD seems like we are getting another lower low, but MACD seems like we are getting another higher low, which is kind of like showing a divergence. For a bulls is going to be a good sign, but if we see a lower low, possibly we are getting back to 38 to 3900, which is going to be this pivot. If we take out this pivotal point, that's going to be ugly sell off to these levels. So we will see, we will go day by day. So here is the hourly chart for the intraday transaction. So here, as you see here, market didn't do anything. Market just showing a choppiness. If we take out this pivotal point, I should say we are going all the way back down there. So right now, market just reacting to this demand area, which is kind of like a bouncing back up. But look at the bounce. This is just going to be a bounce and nothing more. So we have an interesting supply area here. Market is going to be still around this area, which is kind of like a around 4,000 level. 4,000 level for market is going to be very important psychological level. So we will see how it goes. But again, if we take out this pivotal point, which is going to be a yesterday pivot, or I believe today's pivot. So we are going all the way down to here to 39. Low 3900, that's going to be for hourly chart. All right. So moving on to the Nasdaq, just because market hold up pretty well, just because of the Nasdaq. So if I just go into the daily chart for the Nasdaq, we will see daily chart. We are in kind of like a bearish momentum started just today. Possibly tomorrow or on Friday, we will have a follow through to the downside. So that's going to be the C wave. So C wave is coming all the way down. This is A wave, this is B, and this is C wave is coming down, and that's going to be wave 5 out of uh, this bearish movement to the downside. And I believe the end target is going to be here, at least for the possible scenario for the next rally. So if you believe market is going to have a rally after this low, so the possible scenario for low is going to be here, low 11,000 That's going to be on this trend line, and possibly that's going to be the bottom for the 2023. If we get lower low, there are going to be possible scenarios here, but again, that's going to be the bottom for 2023. Some people are saying we are very, very bearish. We are very, very bearish to some certain of like 8,000, 7,000. I'm not seeing that in the market right now. So possibly if something happened, anything can spike market to the downside, like a war, escalated war, or China, Taiwan, something like this happened, or a surprise came from Middle East, I don't know. But so far, without any fundamental reasons, because everything is priced in. So market knows Federal Reserve is going to keep the interest rate. Everyone knows that there is a war in Ukraine and Russia. So everyone knows that there is going to be a kind of like a cold war between Taiwan and China. So in Middle East, everyone knows that Iran, Israel, Saudi, they're always having problem with each other. So there is no surprise for now. So there is no news for the market. So if any like news is coming to the market, new news coming to the market, so market is going to adjust itself possibly to the downside scenario. So we should be ready for this downside scenario, but that's going to be a buying opportunity, I should say, at least for now. Everyone is expecting recession is coming, including myself, but I'm not looking for a recession coming this year, possibly 2024. That's going to be year of the recession. So moving on to the hourly chart for the Nasdaq, the same price action, just kind of like a better performance compared to S&P 500, just because a Nasdaq semiconductors actually were rocket star today. So we have like this pivotal point. This is a demand area, nicely rejected. Look at that shadow. So market just went all the way down to here. So rejected bounce to the upside. Right now sitting at 12,178. So right now, I believe market is getting ready in no man's land. So getting ready for another spike down to this area. So possibly that's going to be the pivot, and this is a wide range bar, which is kind of like at 12,000 to 11,900. That's going to be the area for Nasdaq if something happened for the market. But technically, if we take out this pivotal point, which is kind of like this demand area, market is getting ready to another spike down to here to this area. So moving on to the Dow Jones, because Dow Jones was negative today. So Nasdaq, S&P had a green bar, but Dow Jones has had a red bar. So if you go to daily chart, you will see here. So Dow Jones, although it was like a hammer, kind of like a doji candle, but it was weak. So the reason for that was crude. Crude was negative today, and Dow Jones was negative. Financial market as well negative. So Dow Jones is kind of coming back to this support area, which is, so here is the pivot. Here is the pivot. We don't have higher high. We didn't get back to these tops here. So we just got back to here, which is kind of like a breakout level for this middle of this wide range bar, coming back down. So the next time we are getting there, there is no buyers here. I don't think buyers are gonna recommit back to the market here just because they have orders here, they have orders here with no higher high. So possibly that's going to be consolidation for the next move to the downside. 31,000, that's going to be first level that I'm looking for, at least a decent sizable bounce to the upside. But if we engulf this area, 30,000, that's going to be great level for here for a nice QM pattern for the upside. Possibly Dow Jones, we will see new all-time high this year, 2023, by end of the year. So Dow Jones, if you want to compare the overall, Dow Jones had a better performance among the other indexes. If you want to compare it to Nasdaq, S&P, you will see we are here. The top is there. For the Nasdaq, we are kind of almost here. Okay, so moving on to some different charts and sectors. Here is, sorry. Okay, so here's the yield. Bond yield had a positive day. So again, bond yield just moved to the upside. That's going to put pressure on gold, pressure on precious metals, and also technology. But technology did well today, so market didn't pay attention to this. But this means Fed fund rate is supposed to be at least 5%. Right now we are at 4.25, which possibly market is going to price for another 50 basis to the upside this March. So if Federal Reserve does 50%, 50 basis or 0.5% to the upside, market is almost ready for this one. So we shouldn't see a kind of like an ugly price action. If Federal Reserve just increased 25 basis, that's going to be bullish signal for the market. And market, possibly Nasdaq, is going to have a very, very nice spike to the upside. But right now, I should say, based on this chart, TLT, is giving me very, very nice buying opportunity. Again, I'm just waiting for a confirmation. But if you believe Federal Reserve is going to pivot by end of this year or maybe next year, this TLT is going to skyrocket to the upside. And I believe this is gonna happen. The question is when. But right now, TLT is just hammered, smashed down to this 92, and I think this is gonna be a multi-year bottom for the TLT. And I'm gonna just put a separate video, possibly today or tomorrow or during weekend. But TLT is signaling one of the best signal that you can get, buying signal that you can get from any asset, commodity, or bond or stock, whatever, in monthly chart. So if you go to monthly chart, you will see what I'm talking about, which I'm gonna cover it in detail in later in individual video. But this is kind of like a forming, possibly for a lower low, to just stop hunt everyone for a next move to the upside. So just be ready on that one. Gold had a doji bar, nothing substantial, spectacular for gold. Gold is consolidating for a move to the downside. So 1680, 1731, that's going to be possible scenario for gold. I'm still waiting for this area to get there, then we can be all in. US oil, which is crude, had a negative day, so that's why Dow Jones came down, but still it is in this triangle, which is, this one, to be honest, is not a good sign for bulls. But again, we are above this pivotal point. So US crude is boring, boring, boring. Is this a W pattern to the upside, or this is just a head and shoulder, which we have like another shoulder here, kind of like double right shoulder to the downside. Weekly chart, it's just showing we have a downside, consolidating downside, and this is consolidation to the downside. But again, we should just watch this day by day to see where are we going. VIX had a downtick today. It was not that bad, just 48 cents loss for the VIX. We are getting back below $20. However, we are still in the support area. VIX, I believe, if we get another dip, that would be great buying opportunity. If you have call option for April, May, you should hold on to it. But if you don't, possibly the call option is going to be a good case for VIX. Dixie had a doji bar here, which kind of like predictable, just because we are at this pivotal point, we are at this breakout level to the downside. So if it consolidates here, dollar is going to have another spike, possibly the same scale, which is going to be this C wave to the upside, 108 to 110. That's going to be the level for the ultimate target for the dollar. Moving on to some technology stocks. Apple had a doji bar. It was a positive day, 0.84%, $1.27 gain, but it was a doji bar. So still Apple holding up pretty well. If this consolidates here, possibly Apple is moving up to the upside to 162. Breakout on this level is going to be huge rally for Apple. If it doesn't have enough strength to get to the upside, possibly Apple, if take out this pivotal point, going to the downside. So my position is going to be buying here or even lower. So I'm not going to buy here for a hope of breakout. Even if it breaks out to the upside, I'm not thinking that's going to be long last, and Apple needs to have a correction ultimately to this level. Amazon had an uptick today. So Amazon just had a 37 cents gain today. Still, it's kind of like a backing and filling. This is a nice small bullish consolidation, but if this fails, if take out this pivotal point, which is this gap, Amazon is going back to this low, and possibly we are seeing a lower low with Amazon. Again, I'm just looking for these levels to buy back Amazon and to deploy my money, to be honest, in my investment trades, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be a good level for Amazon. Meta had a positive day today, so Meta came back to this wide range bar. Nice surge to the upside. However, it doesn't engulf this pivotal point. So this is going to be a high, this is a lower high. And if we go down to take out this pivotal point, we are going to complete this gap, which is kind of like this wide range bar here. We had a gap, surge to the upside. This is going to be lots of buying orders here, institutional levels for buy. So Meta 147, 160, just keep an eye on that. Microsoft had a downtick today, so 45 cents down. However, we just backtest this dynamic trend line, nicely rejected to the upside. So we'll see how it goes. But again, Microsoft is going to be my first buying level. Is going to be 232 to 240. That's going to be in this box, which is kind of like very, very nice institutional level here. Google had a nice uptick today. However, look at the candle. The candle looks like it's shooting a star. It's not that strong candle. So Doji uptick today, but again, this is not a strong candle. Google, you know my level, 75 to 83. That's going to be the level, possibly lower low to just zigzag to stop hunt everyone. Just get rid of everyone and put everyone out of the market, then going back all the way up to the upside. Netflix had an uptick today, hold up pretty well in this wide range bar. This is kind of like a choppy sloppy, so Netflix is going to have like an ending diagonal. This ending diagonal can go to the upside, but I'm not looking for more than 330 or so. And even if this could not happen as well, so it can go down all the way to 251 to 275. So we'll see how it goes. Tesla downtick. So Tesla is coming down. Tesla doesn't care. It's kind of like a divergence between technology and Tesla. Like here, Tesla was leader. So when Tesla start moving up, market was struggling. But then market just catch up with Tesla. Now Tesla is coming back down, and market just holding up pretty well. But we will see how it goes. I believe Tesla is going to be the leader of the market. Market will follow Tesla sooner or later. So the power for today was semiconductors. Look at that. SMH had a very, very nice uptick to the upside, $6.28 to the upside, coming back to this pivotal point. We'll see how it goes tomorrow, but we will take it for now. SOXX had the same thing. So we will give market benefit of doubt. Semiconductors are strong. There is nothing wrong. So we will see how it goes. TSM, another semiconductor. TSM, although it was very, very nice uptake, there's nothing wrong with this candle. But look at that. We are again getting back to this level. So there are lots of rejections whenever we get there. So it's kind of like a pivotal point. We are just breaking through. Doji rejected, rejected. Right now we are having good close here, so we will see if we have follow through. Possibly that's going to be fill out this gap, I don't know, or this is just going to be an exhaustive candle or exhaustion to the upside for the next lower. Still bear flag, nothing more. AMD, very, very nice uptick today. So AMD just break onto the upside. This is forming kind of like a bullish consolidation bull flag to the upside. Is this the rally for the semiconductors? To be honest, AMD had a very, very nice breakout. So we will give AMD benefit of doubt. But if this fails, that's going to be ugly for AMD. But this one, if this have followed through engulfing this candle, AMD can go to 104, which is going to be $20 above this current level. NVDA have the same pattern. Look at that. So NVDA is going up. So is this gonna be the level for NVIDIA? We didn't have like a gap down. So if NVIDIA goes back up there, shouldn't be surprised. As I said, I'm not fighting with this. Again, folks, I know this is a topping formation. This is a gap. This one is gonna be full. Possibly, I don't know, second half of the March. The question is when, but this is a gap. This gap is very, very important just because if we get up there and gap down, so that's going to be island gap very reversal pattern to the downside. TXN, Texas Instrument, nice uptick today. So we will see if it's going to engulf this pivotal point or it's going to be just a rolling over from this area. Lam Research, the same price action like the other semiconductors, but look at that. So this is a typical bear flag. So as you see here, there is a divergence between these stocks. One is showing very typical bearish pattern. The other one is AMD is showing very nice bullish pattern. So we will see which one fails. If this one fails, market is going to go down, substantially going down. But if this one fails, so probably we will see a nice rally for all semiconductors, at least for now. Okay, I think I wrapped up everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.